Yeah, so guys, this is actually the premium group for VIP. As you can see, actually, I just gave them a link so that we can, we can work out of something. So yeah, let's jumping into the chart. Let's jumping into the chart. Let's jumping into the chart. So here actually it's just a quick recap on how we got the gold setup. How we got the gold setup. So let me do this. Let me do this quick. Let me do this quick. So let me quickly send the link. Yeah, so you still have 1% here. Just to enter. Wait for others. So yeah, guys, I just want to actually show you guys on how we got set up. Just to show you all how we got the gold set up. So I think gold it's a long term. Okay, actually this video is gonna be uploaded on YouTube. So but at the end of the day, I said, no, let me show you guys on how we got this gold set up, and I'm gonna show you guys the US30 setup so that you can understand what are we on about. So if you can check here, I think let me just remove everything and reanalyze gold. So when you enter, guys, please mute yourself. So let me remove this and that. So one thing that I realized is I went to the monthly time frame. So when you analyze, you can even go to the monthly time frame as well. It's possible. So I went to the monthly time frame and then I checked what does the monthly tell me. So I just decided to draw a trend there. So the trend was actually like this. Yeah, probably was like this. And then I drawn the bottom trend line, which is like this. I think the top one, it was like this. So this one actually tells us that the market haven't yet reached at the top side. When I'm talking about the top side, I'm talking about somewhere here. Let me just do this quick. And then we're going to have places where when the market touches, the market reverses. So these places, if you can check based on the past, when the market touches, the market actually reverses. So it's something that shows that these places, if you can create them now, and then the market decide to move from this place to this place, obviously the market will buy. Why? Because it once gave us a sell, and then it gave us a sell as well. So those are the main thing that we actually like check on. So let's go again here. I'm going to create place where the market touches, the market reverses again. We go again there to the bottom side. I think this buy, we caught it somewhere here too. If you are, obviously you learned the course, you saw that we have something that called the falling wedge. You can see it there. So that's when we had something like called the falling wedge, understand? And the market reversed and pushed to the top side. So I don't like backtesting. Backtesting is based on your work. It's you guys which has to backtest the market, understand? What I do is I teach you how to analyze the future, predict the future. But backtesting is just you using the same strategy to go to the past. Easy like that. So basically here we got it based on this falling wedge, and if you can check, obviously we had a major trend line. The major trend line, I think it was like this, which was once been manipulated. Let me just clone this trend line and then take it to the bottom side. It was something like this, but due to the double bottom, it gave me more confident to know that we're gonna break the highest point in the top side. You understand? So that's how we actually got the full movement of the market, because of the 90% rule. It was something simple and easy. You understand? Please don't write on the board. This is my board. It's not our board. So at the end of the day, if you can check, the market is going to create something like we call, you can say it's a double top on a diagonal trend, because it has this first and second. But at the end of the day, this is something that we expect the market to do. You understand here? I think here it's the destination and pure price action on metal and currencies. They work very well. You understand? Than US30 and other aspects. So we have what we call a major key. I think my major key starts from here. So we measure this one from the major. So this one is the one that is going to give us a trend line that will actually give us the 90% rule of this trend line. Because even this one will have to have a 90% rule, right? So we're still on a monthly time frame, push to the daily time frame. We push to the daily time frame. So when I go to the daily, okay, let's go to the weekly time frame actually. Weekly time frame. When I go to the weekly time frame, this is what I actually saw here. I saw something like this. So this is actually a trend line inside a trend. So this was the most beautiful setup I think that we got now. And then we're gonna push to the daily time frame, and then we see what is going on the daily time frame. So on a daily time frame, this is what we actually see. Let me just reset it so you can see it very well. Understand? So this is our daily time frame, obviously. Let's fix those touches so that they can give us a beautiful touch. Okay, let's just do it like this. I think it's more quicker like that. There's our touch there. So trend lines, guys, are based on trend lines. You don't have to force them. You just have to create them as they are so that you can get the right direction. So you can see in the top side, we didn't touch very well. So which means when the market is playing around here, it can counter something like this where it will touch the trend line. But the whole uh direction, it's actually selling opportunities. You understand? So we go again, we're pushing to H4. That's what we've been doing here. So here, I think I got another trend line inside a trend, which is this one. I think this one is the most accurate one. But how many trend lines do you think are confirming sales? Yeah, I can say it's first, second, and third. So probably shows that the direction, it was so good and strong enough to take us down. So we're gonna do what we're gonna create the trend line again there. So obviously we're going to create places whereby when the market touches, the market reverses. Major places because they are called zone until H4. Zones only gonna be there until H4. So I think those are the places. So based on zone to zone strategy, we believe that the market is going to move from this point, because we actually took it there at the top side, right? It's actually going to move from this top to the bottom side. Obviously, the market is not a freeway. We shouldn't expect it to just move like it's a freeway, right? The market will have stops and go. But at the end of the day, what we're looking forward to is to see the market pushing furthermore to the bottom side. Here we could have put our trend line, but you can see it was manipulated. As much as we're below it, it's valid. And so we're gonna do something like this. So don't let these trend lines confuses you. These are the trend lines that gives us more confidence to a certain direction. So this could be your take profit, and then your take profit again here, and then your take profit. Yeah, I think first, second, third profits can be fine. Then we're gonna create like the last trend line. So we're gonna remove this one, and then we create something like this. Let's take this one back and create something like that. and then create something like this. So we see in the bottom side, there is not that touch. And that's in the top side, we just created this trend line because of the new current high, right? So what's more left here is for us to break this support. Once we break this support, we become below, then we know it's a long term. This support can give us a long process to break, but at the end of the day, I think on Friday it's NFP, so something can happen for us to break this one to go to the bottom side. But I ain't yet saying it's a sell or it's a buy, depending on what the market will be doing on that day. So this is our take profit 2 for today signals on gold. So let's push to US30. Let's push to US30. So US30 currently the buy is based on the setup. I think at this certain point here, we have a neckline that we haven't touched, which we can have our take profit at that certain neckline here. So obviously, let's push to the highest time frame and see what is it that we have. So something that I have noticed about USDT is that if it keeps on buying, it always becomes the most confusing, I can say, index. You understand? Because at the end of the day, I don't like going back below the zone. I will only deal with the upper zone. You understand? So dealing with here, I know this is my destination. When I'm talking about a destination, I'm talking about a destination that can last for almost 5 years. You understand? This, it's a destination. For us to go in the below side, it will be a miracle. Understand? So now we're gonna focus most on here. Obviously, at this certain point, we gotta build up something we call the trend line. We gotta build up a trend line. We gotta build up a trend line that we will break in the near future. Maybe it goes like this. Understand? I'm just giving an illustration. But this is a point whereby we're going to get what we call a retest, and then we push to the further more to the top. As much as I know this point, you can even go to the past, check where it comes from, right? If it creates a higher point, it break, it will just come back and retest on that highest point. Understand? To break it, it's not something that always happens. Understand? So I don't know why it's not going back that side. Oh, it means Black Bull started recording at that certain point. Yeah. So yeah, if you can check on the weekly time frame, that's the point. And then the market will come here and retest. If you can check, I think where it started to record, it had the same thing. You can back test this information that I'm telling you. You see it came back and retest. So as much as it's here, we're gonna come back and retest and push further more to the top. Those are things that I want you guys to understand. So it's kind of like difficult to actually take a trade at that certain position because the market it's at the highest, especially taking buying opportunities. I feel like it's a risky than anything. So what we're gonna try here is just to try to draw a trend line, which is like that. So trend lines behave like support and resistance because a diagonal support and diagonal resistance. So that is why we always prefer to draw them. So now you see why the market reversed there, right? It makes sense because even on gold, we are reversing at the same zone. You understand? Like that. So as much as you can see, it means this is the right time for the market to reverse. So we're gonna push to the daily time frame. I think I see what I call a falling wedge, one of the best pattern that I use. This one. So falling wedge becomes a bigger movement when it breaks the trend lines. But if it haven't yet broke the trend line, it's an upper trend. We respect it as an upper trend. So it's a buy. But we're gonna have a sell when it breaks. But at the end of the day, we have a double top there. Rising wedge, when it has a double top, it becomes more stronger than anything. But it's always depending on when are we gonna break this point. Understand? So we only have to break this point. Once we break this point, trust me, guys, we will be pushing to this point here. And then we push to the top side, maybe to that point. But as much as we are here, we take buying opportunities. It only depends on the position that we at. That determines our direction. Again, we create places where the market touches, the market reverses. So these are the places. These are the places. And these are the places. I think it's more accurately we go to H4 and see what's going to happen there on H4. So if you can see this beautiful, I think it's beautiful. I don't know what you see on your side, but I see a beautiful market. That's what I see. It's beautiful and understandable. So you can see here it didn't touch very well, right? Obviously, others will go to the waves and do something like this, and I don't use waves. So it means for me it's the bad time. Understand? I gotta have experience in order for myself to get this direction. Others will do it like that, and it's a good third touch, but I will do it like this because it becomes more stronger if it touches the wicks. Understand? Once it touches the wicks, it becomes more strong. Understand? So let's push to H1 and see what we have this side. So I think the market is busy doing a repetition that we actually not familiar with. If you can check, the market did this movement here, sold, did this movement here, sold, did this movement again here. So it can sell. So possibilities of selling, it's high. So, but we say no, this is our support here. And we have like a double bottom there. At least push to this point and then push below side. But this is pure price action. Obviously, the market can reverse at a certain point here. So this is what we are actually looking for. The market to push from this point, the stop loss here, our take profit there. That's what we are expecting for now. So again, we push to 30 minutes time frame. So guys, for questioning, you can ask me on Discord. So what I'm doing here, we're just implementing your thing, which is we call it the breakdown. For us to record YouTube videos, and we don't do breakdowns, it's incorrect. It's better we record YouTube videos on a breakdown some days with you all so that you all can have time to ask questions and whatever. Understand? So questions and everything, please ask them on the Discord. So here, the reason we're taking a buy, it's because of a lot of reasons. If you can check this point here, it had a demand where the market wants to get bigger buy. It's actually somewhere here. This is our demand here. There's a place whereby the market once gave us a bigger buy. So if it once gave us a bigger movement, we are actually going to look at it from that certain phase here, which is here. So if you can check, it's quite well here. So that's what we are actually looking for. So when New York session opens, the market will just have volatility, and we believe that we're going to be pushing to the take profit. But if it passes there, the top side, guys, at least we got the buy. Understand? That's what matters. So yeah, I think the end of the day, guys, that's the end. There's the end, guys. There's the end. So questions, guys, you can ask me on the Discord. I want the Discord to be more active, more conversation has to happen. That side, actually, the demand it's here. Yeah, so yeah, guys, let's meet on the Discord.